Hello and welcome to Retro Football Knowledge. Week 3 of the NFL season wrapped up. Couple of games to look at. Could the Cardinals pull the huge upset over Pittsburgh? And could the Raiders bury Seattle at the start of the 1979 season? Find out next on Retro Football Knowledge. Lots of action in Week 3. We're going to jump right into it right now with the Philadelphia Eagles at the New Orleans Saints. The Eagles won 26-14 as the Eagles D dominated New Orleans all day. They had 2 interceptions, 3 sacks, and 199 yards rushing. New Orleans falls to 0-3 on the year. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns at home in their home opener, 3 weeks into the season against the Colts, won a nail-biter 13-10. Baltimore led 10-0. Cockcroft kicked a 28-yard field goal to win it after Cleveland tied it at 10 after 3 quarters. Joe Washington only had 59 yards rushing, and Sipe was 14-32 for 218 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. The Broncos won in overtime 20-17 over Atlanta. It was a seesaw battle, 5 lead changes. Jim Turner hit the 24-yard game-winning field goal in overtime, and Norris Weiss was 13-22 for 215 yards and an interception. Meanwhile, the Jets handled business at home against the Lions 31-10. Kevin Long, 19 attempts, 76 yards, 3 touchdowns as the Jets caused 3 turnovers that led to a 17-7 lead that they never looked back on. The Bengals finally playing tough this year, hung with New England 20-14. New England led 20-7 late in the fourth quarter. The Patriots had 5 sacks and a turnover, and they jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Morgan a 17-yard pass from Grogan, and Calhoun had a 3-yard run. The Oilers handled business against Kansas City in Houston 20-6. J.T. Smith had a 55-yard punt return after a Houston TD. They missed the extra point, and Kansas City would never be close. Earl Campbell had 32 attempts for 131 yards and a touchdown. Houston also had 6 sacks and 5 turnovers. The Dolphins handled business against the Vikings at Minnesota 27-12. Minnesota led 9-0, then 12-7 before Zonka and Cephalo caught touchdown passes, and 4 Minnesota turnovers was the difference in this one. Tampa Bay at Green Bay. The Buccaneers jumped out to a 21-3 lead. They had 2 sacks. Leroy Selleman had 2 sacks, actually. Jerry Eckwood, 99 yards rushing, and Ricky Bell, 97 yards rushing, as Tampa is now 3-0 for the first time in franchise history. The San Diego Chargers beat the Buffalo Bills 27-19. 5 lead changes in this one. The Chargers led 20-19 after 3 quarters. Clarence Williams had 157 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns, including the icer in the fourth quarter. The Chargers are now 3-0. We're going to jump into the Raiders at the Seattle Seahawks now as we take a look at these highlights. We're going to open up here with the Seahawks with the ball at the 40-yard line, and Jim Zorn dropping back. He's going to go for broke right off the bat, throws a dangerous pass, but it's caught by Largent and a walk-in 40-yard touchdown on Seattle's opening possession. It is 7-0. Now, a couple things that I want to you see the crowd is going nuts. I mean, you open the game like this, that's crazy. But Phillips really blew the coverage here. This was a zone coverage, and he ran flat across instead of at the angle where the receiver was, and that's why when Largent caught it, there was nobody behind him. You could see he was expecting somebody to hit him. Again, as we take a look at this replay, it's a flat shot at the ball. He should have taken a better angle, then he would have at least hit the receiver and held him out of the end zone. Meanwhile, the Raiders, they decide to go ahead and take possession here, down 7-0. Deep pass on their first possession to Branch. Great sideline catch. Unbelievable completion on this play. Just a great bomb right there, and that's what the Raiders are really known for. Kenny Stabler, a 5-step drop, step and launch, good protection. And when you've got speed on the outside like they do with Branch, it's all over but the crying. Inexplicably, Breach would miss the field goal from 33 yards out. So, back come the Seahawks with a short field. Zorn, nice little play action, looks, hits Sherman Smith on the wheel route, and it's a big first down completion right there. And we're going to take a look at this. You can see they were fighting for the ball right there. Zorn with a good play fake, and that gave Sherman Smith time to kind of do his wheel route, get open. This is a perfect throw by Jim Zorn, and Sherman Smith really is kind of at fault here for falling down. If he kept running, he would have been fine, but he slipped. He kind of gave up on the route and then decided to catch it. Seattle will try to kick a field goal, but it is blocked Efren Herrera's kick is blocked by Ted Hendricks, and back come the Raiders. So it should have been a 10-0 game. So you think about it, there's really two mistakes that happened there, right? You've got Sherman Smith giving up on the route and then chasing the ball down when he was wide open. That should have been a touchdown. And then this blocked field goal that you could see right there by Ted Hendricks. Gets his big mitts up. Nobody blocks more kicks in the NFL every year since Ted Hendricks. He's been doing it since he was in Baltimore, and he's continued it here in Oakland. It's part of the reason why the Raiders have been such a dominant franchise for so long. Great block, great wherewithal. But again, the Raiders don't turn it into points. They miss another field goal. So back comes Seattle. Jim Zorn, play action to his favorite target. Wide open is Steve Largent. Nice little shot at the end by both guys. Largent delivered a blow, and Lester Hayes made sure that he understood that he wasn't going to win that round. You can see here, great play action. Just put the ball in the stomach, ball on hip, lets the receiver get open. Largent running what they call a deep post. You're going to the opposite side post when you're on that side. It makes a great catch, and down he goes. That would set up a Herrera 46-yard field goal and a 10-0 Seahawk lead. So the Raiders need to rely on their wily vet Ken Stabler to bring him back. Stabler under duress. Nice little dump off to Weddington. Weddington finds the seam, gets to the outside, and a great tackle right there at the end. It looked like he was going to go. You can see the Raiders thought it was a face mask, but you're going to see here on the replay that it's not a face mask. He grabs just underneath the face mask and where the shoulder is. But take a look at this throw by Stabler under duress. The wily vet, the man that's led the Raiders to several conference championship games and a world title, makes a great throw. Weddington's speed is shown off here. It's the one thing the Raiders always have had, and you can see right there where he grabbed him. So the Raiders are on the move. Well, Stabler, after hitting Weddington, is going to drop back, look, shifts a little bit in the pocket, moves around. That's what he does, slithers, if you will, and finds Chester for a big first down on third down. Now, with the Raiders on the move, they need points on this drive. They're in field goal range. Stabler dropping back, needs to make a good throw, and doesn't. Terrible throw right to Dave Brown in double coverage. Did not need to be forced. Not something you'd expect from a veteran of his caliber, but he is prone to the pick. So that sets up Seattle. Seattle going to try to make something happen here before the half. Zorn under center. Long play action to see what the Raiders are going to do. They're faking blitz, but because they were up close, that created an opening for the seam. Nice throw to Steve Largent. They're unable to turn that into points, however, but Largent does have 3 receptions for 106 yards at the half. Stabler leading the Raiders on the opening drive of the second half. Nice completion there to Martini for a first down. And this is really what the Raiders need now. They need a move. So now he drops back and he finds Chester again, this time on second down for another first down. So a nice completion to Chester. The Raiders are on the move. They desperately need points on this drive. They cannot settle for another field goal. They would later hit Cliff Branch to get him down to the 10. So now inside the red zone, back deep, hits Martini in the end zone in double coverage. The same throw that got intercepted earlier, except towards the pylon. This one is caught by Martini, and the Raiders are back in the game from 12 yards out. Again, it's a safety blitz. It's a great pickup. Gave him all the time that he needed, threw it, back shoulder, and the second part of the coverage doesn't come over till late. Martini was open. So Seattle down, and the Raiders coming storming back. They tried blitzing, and a screen pass to Sherman Smith in the open field. Another big gain by Seattle, and this has been plaguing the Raiders all afternoon. Every single time they get themselves in a position where they're back in the game, Seattle makes a big play. This looks like a broken play, but it's not. It's a screen. The screen just gets interrupted by a great effort by the Raiders' defensive line. But once Sherman made those guys miss, it was just open field for him to run through. You could see Ted Hendricks here takes a good angle, but he can't help himself. He goes after the quarterback, and with his long length, if he had just stayed home, Zorn would have had no chance to complete that pass. So Seattle, again on the move. Now it's 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking, great protection. Nice throw to McMillan. Great catch. Hits the sideline. The Raider trips over the other Raider, and it's a big play right there. McMillan moving the Seahawks into scoring range. Again, great protection. They pick up the blitz perfectly. The crossing route is one of the longest developing routes that you can run. McMillan gets open because of the protection, and that would lead to another Herrera field goal. So the Raiders down 13-7. Throws intercepted. This is a back-breaking interception because the Raiders are on the verge of taking either the lead or cutting it to a 3-point advantage once again, and Stabler throws right to Beeston, who makes the interception. Now, Seattle will waste no time. Zorn is going to go immediately to his favorite target right here, and why wouldn't he? Token fake, throws, perfect pass. What a catch by Largent. You pretty much just have to throw it somewhere in the universe, and Steve Largent will catch the football. It doesn't even need to be in the same state at this point, and this is just a great catch. And you see the Seahawks are going crazy, and why wouldn't they? Just an unbelievable play. This ball has no business being completed. He doesn't even put his hands on the defender. He just leaps over Lester Hayes for the touchdown. Not only does he catch the ball, but he falls on him in the field of play for the touchdown. Take one more look at it. Again, it's not a particularly great throw. It's not back shoulder. It's just in the general area, and Largent just spots the ball right away, leaps up, and floats on top of Lester Hayes. Just, again, we're going to take one more look at this because it's such a pretty play by Steve Largent. Great job of not putting his hands on Lester Hayes. Goes after it and just balances in the air. And again, with the help of Lester Hayes, Seattle is now up 20-7. So the Raiders desperately need to make something happen. A quick little handoff here. Looks like a good gain. A nice pickup of 4 yards, but Rubisky fumbles the ball, and Seattle recovers deep in Oakland possession. Now, the Raiders luck out here. They hold them. The Seahawks don't score. They've got the ball back. Ken Stabler dropping back another bomb. He's had a huge day today. Great catch by Cliff Branch in double coverage. And this is why the Raiders say speed kills. Cliff Branch is the fastest man in the National Football League, and if you don't get a hand on him, he's going to split and run right by your double team. Now, to be fair to Seattle here, the Seahawks have pretty good bracket coverage, and Brown is taking a good angle, but he just doesn't get to the ball, and Cliff Branch, great concentration, big completion. That will lead to a Raider field goal, and it's 20-10. They stop Seattle. They get the ball back. Momentum starting to come their way. Another completion to Branch, but fumble! And Seattle will recover the football. So Seattle's got the ball just across their own, or just in Raider territory, up 20-10. That fumble was crucial. Once again, they keep doing this. They get within one score. They're on a drive that will make it a one-score game. They get back in the game, and then mistakes, penalties, or in this case, as it's been all afternoon, fumbles. That's a clear fumble. Great play by the Seattle defense. They recover. Seattle will march all the way to the goal line. It is 4th and goal, and the Seahawks are going for it. They give it to Dornick, and he does not get in. The Raiders slam the door on Dornick, and they've got the ball back. Big stop by the Raiders. Ken Stabler driving again. Oh, just a big hit by Gregory right there, and Stabler will get injured on the play, and enter Jim Plunkett. You can see right here Stabler is visibly hurt. It was a big hit by a big man, and the Raiders are done. So, the Seahawks to punt. Weaver with a trick play, throws complete all the way down inside the 5-yard line to Cornell Webster. What a fake. Now, it's late in the fourth quarter. It's 20-10. You could argue this is a good call to try to run out the clock, and you can see here the Raiders had no idea this was coming. Weaver with a great lollipop throw to the target, Cornell Webster, who brings it down inside the 5-yard line. And it's a great play. But Seattle's not going to run out the clock. With 6 seconds left, they're going to go to the end zone with it. And they do, well, just shy of the end zone to Sherman Smith, but he takes it into the end zone to cap it at 27-10. And you got to wonder if this game is going to be weighing heavily on the minds of the Oakland Raiders moving forward, because that felt a little bit like a run-up, but Seattle, they've handled business against the Raiders the last year. They're the only team to win the season series against the Raiders. Meanwhile, speaking of rivalries, the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers went head-to-head. The Niners led 10-0. The Rams would have 24 unanswered points. Cullen Bryant, 23 attempts for 106 yards and a touchdown, and the Rams' D was outstanding as usual with 3 sacks and a fumble. Dallas in a seesaw battle with Chicago, 6 lead changes. James Great Scott, 64-yard TD catch from Evans. Dallas forced 4 sacks and 2 turnovers. Staubach hit Tony Hill from 22 yards out to win it 24-20 in Dallas. The Pittsburgh Steelers are in St. Louis. 2-0 Steelers at the 1-1 Cardinals. The Steelers' opening drive, first possession of the game. Franco hit, fumble all over the football. The Cardinals that was a great strip. All the Cardinals were in that area. There were hardly any Steelers. Pittsburgh had 0 chance to recover that fumble. Big fumble by Franco and recovered by Mark Harrison of the St. Louis Cardinals, and Terry Bradshaw can't believe it. The Cardinals are unable to score a touchdown, so they're sending out the field goal unit, something that they've been struggling with throughout the preseason and in the regular season. Bill Wood is going to attempt a 47-yarder, and he misses. Wide left. This is what you cannot do against a 3-time Super Bowl champion and the defending world champions in the Pittsburgh Steelers at home when you've got a golden opportunity like a turnover like that. But Pittsburgh won't do anything about it. They go 3 and out. The Cardinals get the ball back, and Jim Hart is going to go to his favorite target across the middle to Mel Gray. Mel Gray with a great catch. Nice move. Turns upfield. And Pittsburgh has to track him down, but he's down inside, deep inside Steeler territory. Again, Mel Gray is nursing a hamstring injury. They had mentioned that before the game that he probably wasn't going to play, but he ended up playing, and he still pulls off that big, big play. You could see here Hart has time. He's looking deep. He knows exactly where he's going. He's focusing on the zone. Gray comes into the zone. He delivers the ball, and Mel Gray does the rest. And this is what a great athlete looks like, and this is what a great athlete does when he catches the ball. You see there he had 5,100 yards in his career so far and 39 touchdowns. He's been a valuable asset to the Cardinals. Another valuable asset to the Cardinals is this man right here out of the University of Miami. Otis Anderson pounds it into the end zone, hardly even touched. Big touchdown. Cardinals take a 6-0 lead over the Pittsburgh Steelers. They might have missed the field goal, but surely the Cardinal fans are over that. They're excited and they're ready to go. And here you see it, a nice handoff, great blocking on the outside. Otis Anderson with, just really good job of running to the hole. He's prepared for contact. It just never comes. And Otis Anderson's into the end zone with it, and it's a touchdown. But they missed the extra point. Are you kidding me? They miss the extra point. I tell you what, the Cardinals kicking game has more problems than a math book. Pittsburgh's got the ball. They're down 6-0, and they're going to wake up here eventually, right? Nope. Cardinals with a big sack on 3rd and 11. Lee Nielsen absolutely stuffs Terry Bradshaw and the Pittsburgh Steelers after a short punt. Sets up the Cardinals again. And it looks like the Cardinals are going to really stake claim here. This is an opportunity for them to really do something. But Banaszak makes a great play. He knows they're going to Otis Anderson. Why wouldn't they? He's been the best player on the Cardinals so far this year. Just a great job of engaging the block, getting rid of it, and flowing to the hole, as we say. That's just picture perfect. And Banaszak's all over the play, and it stops the Cardinals and forces them to punt. So Pittsburgh playing sloppy with a lot of penalties and turnovers, kind of like what you're about to see. That's a big hit, though. That was a big hit. But John Stallworth puts the ball on the ground. Sloppy play by the Steelers continues. Cardinal fans are going nuts. Pittsburgh Steelers are wondering what's going on. This is a simple little screen pass. John Stallworth makes the catch. The throw isn't great. He goes upfield and just absolutely gets clotheslined right there across the grill. The ball spits out. He goes down. The Cardinals are all over it. And now they're going to try and kick another field goal. After being stopped, this time it is good. Little hits it from 22 yards out. So Tim Crane recovers the fumble, and Little, not Wood, comes in, the punter, and kicks the field goal from 22 yards out, and it's 9-0 Cardinals. But one thing about a championship caliber team is they don't stay down for long. Bradshaw, nice deep throw, perfect pass, great catch, great moves, turns it inside, fumbles again, but the Steelers recover. And you kind of get the feeling, is this going to be Pittsburgh's day? Bradshaw dropping back, nice throw over the middle to big Benny Cunningham. Boof, 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 get off me! Plows his way inside the 20. That's an angry run right there, folks. If you want to know what it looks like when you're losing to a team you feel like you should be beating 9-0, look at that Benny Cunningham catch. He is a beast. Bradshaw would find Stallworth. Thing of beauty. Nice little corner route. Maybe more like an out into the end zone. However you want to look at it, it's a perfect throw. Bradshaw finally gets some time, throws a beautiful strike, and Stallworth is in the end zone. And he great awareness of finding the pylon and getting there to make it 9-7. So the Steelers have the ball back. Pittsburgh dropping back, but Ken Stone with the interception, and he's still going. He's to the 40. He's to the 45, cuts it inside, and is chopped down at midfield, giving the Cardinals phenomenal field position. So following the interception, the Cardinals have to do something with this football. Hart drops back, out pattern to Pat Tilley, stays in bounds. Nice move, by the way, on the sideline. You're going to get a better angle at it here in a minute as the crowd is going absolutely nuts in St. Louis. Jim Hart walking him to the line. Everyone's feeling pretty good. Hart, great protection, good throw. There's the out completion to Pat Tilley. Great job of staying in bounds. I know the graphic says Theodis Brown, but it's Pat Tilley. And the Cardinals are on the move. Another fake handoff, and why not when you got Otis Anderson? That's a good person to fake to. It looks like Gary Parrish is in the end zone, but the ref rules him down at the fart line. Not even the 1 yard line, but the fart line, and you see Parrish signaling inches short. Great shot here on the replay. Hart looking, throws in what they call a flood pattern to Gary Parrish down, and just a great tackle. So the Cardinals from the 1 gives it to Theodis Brown, up and over, touchdown Cardinals, and it's 15-7. They've left some points on the board, but they've got a big lead now. They're up 2 scores. Crowd going crazy. St. Louis crowd going crazy. They've got the 15-7 lead. All is well in the land of St. Louis until the extra point is missed. Unbelievable. That is now 5 points the St. Louis Cardinals have left off the board. So the ensuing kickoff to Anderson, Larry Anderson, the rookie for Pittsburgh, takes it to the 20, follows his blocks, great blocking, 25-30, 35, and just outside the 40. Unbelievably, though, despite this great field position the Cardinals will hold, and they got the ball back. They give it to their man, Otis Anderson. Gary Dunn recovers. Sorry, I got a little bit ahead of myself. Gary Dunn falls on the football. So Otis Anderson from Miami fumbles, and Gary Dunn from Miami recovers it. Pittsburgh with a golden opportunity. And the Cardinals, they've got to feel like they're just letting too many opportunities get away from them. This is a big turnover. The Steelers have had 3 of them. This is the Cardinals' first, and it just feels like it's frustrating for St. Louis. Bradshaw dropping back. The pocket collapses. Bradshaw gets the ball away, but he is absolutely crunched by 2 Cardinal defenders, Zook and Zankowski. And you can see the pain all over Terry Bradshaw. A lot of people at this point in time, myself included, was wondering, was it the knee? Was it the leg? Was it the ankle? Did something break? A lot of people in Pittsburgh right now are holding their collective breath because I bet you not a lot of people know the Pittsburgh Steelers backup quarterback at this point in time. But he does a good job after Bradshaw's cart off the field in getting him into field goal range. So Matt Barr, the rookie from Penn State, unbelievable. He misses the kick. What is in the water in St. Louis? What is in the water? Another missed opportunity, this time by Pittsburgh. They've put several. This has been a sloppy game for Pittsburgh. Balls on the ground, penalties, you name it. So to open up the second half, the Steelers are going to kick off, and the Cardinals are going to get an opportunity to expand their lead. Willard Harrell takes the opening kickoff to the 30, cuts it inside to the 35, and all the way down to the 40. A big return to open up the drive for the St. Louis Cardinals. So now that they've got the ball, second down, they hand off to Theodis Brown outside. Nice job of stringing it out. Finds the sideline, doesn't go out of bounds. Gets the first down and a nice pickup. We'll take another look at this run. Theodis Brown, the block is missed by Otis Anderson as Theodis Brown is trying to get outside. He's able to string that out, use the stiff arm right there on the corner, and then turn upfield and pick up 11 yards. Now they're forced to punt. So they don't get anything out of it. So Bradshaw and the Steelers got the ball. Dropping back. Picked off by Carl Allen. Another Steeler turnover. Unbelievable. Carl Allen with a great read. Now, Pitt is able to hold. They kick a field goal. It's 18-7 Cardinals. Colquitt with the punt. Willard Harrell gets the ball, strings it outside, turns it upfield 30, 40, midfield, 40, to the 30, to the 20, and out inside the 20-yard line. A big, big return by Willard Harrell. The Cardinals have an 18-7 lead. They've got control. They've got another big return. St. Louis is in total control of this football game at the moment, and Pittsburgh can't hang on to the football, and the upset's feeling very real for Cardinal fans. And you can see here on this return, great job of splitting the tacklers, turning it upfield, using the Jets. There's no way Colquitt and Rocky Bleier are going to catch him. It's up to Winston and Larry Anderson, and Larry Anderson got the angle and forced him out of bounds. So, Cardinals with the ball. Hart dropping back, looking, throws. Intercepted by J.T. Thomas of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's going to break it to the 10. Outside, stumbling, regains his balance. Great tackle as he tries to cut inside. He had no chance on the return, but you know what? He had no chance anyway. There was a penalty on the play, and the Cardinals maintained possession. So Bill Wood kicks another field goal, this time from 27 yards out. So the Steelers hold again, and it's 21-7 Cardinals. They got 21 the hard way. Rocky Bleier will respond on the Steeler drive, a long time-consuming drive, 20 plays, and Bleier punches it in from the 4-yard line. This is a great play right here as he just lowers his shoulders and does what Rocky Bleier does, which is sheer grit and determination to get it into the end zone to make it 21-14. Again, an 80-play drive. So the Cardinals force the punt. Pittsburgh gets the ball, turns it upfield, 30, 40, midfield. Boy, that special teams is starting to look good for Pittsburgh after last year's abysmal season. A great juke move, turned it upfield. Smith then breaks it back to the inside and picks up a big, big, big return right there. Cardinals are again forced to punt. Pittsburgh again did nothing with the ball. It's still 21-14 despite that good return. So Jim Smith gets another opportunity. Jukes to the outside, 30, 40, 45, 50, and then hits his own guy at the 40-yard line. He is livid. He knows he could have taken that one possibly to the end zone, but he smashes into J.T. Thomas and is unable to do what he wanted to do. So it's still 21-14. Bleier with the flea flicker. Oh, those tricky Steelers. He goes deep. But, yeah, it's just not going to happen. Nothing happens. So, Bradshaw and the Steelers still on the move, still trying to make something happen. Nice little flare out there to Rocky Bleier. Turns a third down into a big first down. Did that throughout that 20-play, 80-yard drive. And Pittsburgh is at the 5-yard line, and they're on the move. Again, Bradshaw, it's a combination route. He's looking out there. You can tell his eyes are moving around. He finally comes back to his outlet, Rocky Bleier. And Rocky Bleier is one of the sheer most likable fullbacks in all of football as he picks up the first down. Bradshaw with a rollout, token fake, finds Benny Cunningham back of the end zone. And just like that, the Pittsburgh Steelers have tied the game. So you can never keep the Pittsburgh Steelers down for long. And if you are going to get opportunity after opportunity and not do anything with it, then you're going to suffer the fate of what the St. Louis Cardinals are suffering. That is a huge turn of events. It's 21, Pittsburgh with the ball back, tied at 21, goes to Bleier. Bleier with a nice move, and hard to bring down as he goes inside the 18-yard line. A big, big completion. Again, Bradshaw dropping back, has plenty of protection, gets a great throw right there to Rocky Bleier, who's in the middle of the defense, and makes a great move there to turn upfield and gets the Steelers going. And that, again, is on third down. So Matt Barr is set up from 22 yards out with 13 seconds left. If he makes it, they win it. If he misses, overtime. Splits the uprights. In a day where field goals have been a bloody nightmare and this game has been sloppily played, Matt Barr bails the Steelers out in their victory 24-21 in St. Louis. Meanwhile, on Monday night, the Washington Redskins shut out the New York Giants 27-0 in Washington. The Redskins' D was unbelievable. Joe Bizarchik was sacked 3 times, picked off twice, and was held 215 on third downs. Carl Larch's 31-yard interception return was the first of the game as the Redskins improved to 2-1. Let's take a look at the standings in the NFC East. The Dallas Cowboys 3-0, Philly 2-1, Washington 2-1, St. Louis 1-2, and New York an abysmal 0-3. Tampa Bay leads the Central at 3-0. First time in franchise history. The Bears are 2-1. Minnesota, Green Bay 1-2, and Detroit 0-3. That division is upside down. In the NFC West, the Los Angeles Rams regain the top spot at 2-1 with their win over San Francisco. Atlanta 2-1, and the 49ers and Saints are 0-3. In the AFC East, Miami leads the way at 3-0. New England 2-1. Buffalo and New York 1-2, and Baltimore struggling at 0-3. In the AFC Central, the Steelers and Browns are 3-0. Nobody expected Cleveland to be there, but they're there. Houston 2-1, Cincinnati 0-3. Big game between those two teams, Cincinnati and Houston next week. AFC West, Chargers are 3-0. They're getting healthy, so now they're getting dangerous. Denver 2-1, Seattle 1-2, Kansas City 1-2, and Oakland 1-2. Guys, it was a crazy week. It was definitely a crazy week 3. Lots of football still to play. We're at the quarter point of the season. Next week, couple of games that I'm looking forward to watching. Houston at Cincinnati. LA at Tampa Bay. They're 2-1 Rams at the 3-0 Buccaneers. That should be a good one down in the big sombrero. Dallas is at Cleveland on Monday night. Probably one of the better Monday night games we've had in a couple of Monday nights now at this point. Probably the best Monday night game since week 1. Maybe the best Monday night game of the year, actually. I know that the Monday night game between the Patriots and Steelers really was a great game, but matchup-wise, week 1, you don't know what to expect. You kind of don't know what's going to happen. Kind of felt like Pittsburgh was a hands-on favorite. You don't know what to expect with this Dallas-Cleveland game, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I do think that Dallas will be the favorite going in, but a lot of eyes are going to be on Cleveland as they try to go to 4-0, as does the Dallas Cowboys, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. That is a wrap for Retro Football Knowledge. If you guys like the show, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. Maybe I said that backwards. I have no idea. Fun fact of the day, for those of you that love social media, do you realize if you put all 3 social media platforms together, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, you get UTwitface? That's courtesy of my buddy Eric Lewicki, who will be the main host on the show when he finally gets his big butt out here, but I thought that was funny. I wanted to share that joke with everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the show, and I'll see you next week. For Retro Football Knowledge, I'm Anthony, and I'm out.